Hey everybody, welcome to the GMG review. Today I'm taking a look at the Edge of Silence, the campaign expansion from Warhammer 40,000 Indominus, the new 2-player starter set for Warhammer 40k from Games Workshop. Now this is it's only like, how many pages? 25 pages of new rules outlining the new Necron units and new Space Marine units for Warhammer 40,000 that are included in that box. It also gives you a breakdown of the campaign, the Edge of Silence from Warzone Pariah. And I won't spoil it too much for you. It's pretty cool. It's basically the next big campaign-y thing, and it brings the Necrons back from being kind of, I don't know, faceless, to having the Silent King show back up, and this is a preview basically of their new codex, which I'm sure is coming relatively soon, showing off lots of new units and a lot more personality. And we'll go through those units and give you a look at them. Obviously, here they are in full color. This is what comes in the box set. Gorgeous new Necron warriors, and I will tell you, these warrior models, it looks like these are the production box. Each 10-man sprue comes with 3 Scarab Storms as well. Same with these guys back here, the destroyers, the Scorpion destroyers. They're definitely a unit box. The other stuff looks a little more starter set-y, mixed on the sprues and stuff, but these are definitely the production, the new production Necrons, which are really cool. They've got like blown up faces and lots of cool little details, and can be built with 2 different guns. So they have a short range Super Blaster and a long range, like the previous Gauss Carbine or Gauss Rifle. And then we got some new Space Marine stuff, which also leads into a few new cool rules. There's the awesome new bikes for the Primaris Marines, new Primaris Assault dudes, who are troop choices though, even though they got a little assault symbol on them, they're a troop choice. These guys, the Blade Guard Veteran Squad, who are some bad Mamma Jamma sword fighters with storm shields. And then these guys, the Eradicator Squad. Oh, if people were disappointed by the Intercessors in the last starter set, not the Intercessors, the Inceptors, these guys make up for it times a million. I love these guys, they're awesome. And then you get a whole rogues gallery of characters. You get the Outriders, and then you get a chaplain, a captain, a lieutenant, and 2 new guys. The Blade Guard Ancient, who's a standard bearer for the Blade Guard. He doesn't do a lot of fighting. He basically just is part of this unit and walks around with it. And then this dude with his Time Turner. It's Hermione with her Time Turner. The Judiceer. And he's like a fighty chaplain that can mess with time. So let's go and check them out. Now, I will warn you, there is no point values in this book. If you were looking for match play points for the new units, they are not included in the starter set and will, I assume, either be in the new Space Marine Codex that's coming or in chapter approved to get us by until then. I can't imagine the new Space Marine Codex is very soon because it just kind of came out along with a whole bunch of Space Marine supplement codexes. So I imagine they're just going to publish these in chapter approved and let it hang for a while. The awesome Primaris Captain with his visor up. He's a Primaris Captain, same stat line. He's 5 power. He's got his heavy bolt pistol with 18-inch range. He's got a Mastercrafted Power Sword, so it's +1 strength, -3 AP, and damage 2. And he's got a Relic Shield. So it's interesting though, because they call it something else later, but it does the same thing. They do call it, yeah, they call it something else later. So the Relic Shield, each time the bearer suffers a mortal wound, roll a d6. On a 4+, that mortal wound's ignored, and their save is increased by 1. So he's a 2+ armor save, and with his Iron Halo, a 4+ invul. That's important to know when we get to the Blade Guards. The Lieutenant, he's got a Storm Shield. Actually, we can even just talk about it now. He's 4 power. He's got the same Lieutenant profile as before. He's got a Neo Volkite pistol with a 15-inch range, pistol 2, strength 5, damage 2, and each unmodified wound roll of 6 does a mortal wound to the target in addition to any other normal damage. So that's cool that the Volkite weapons are back. Mastercrafted Power Sword as normal, but his Storm Shield doesn't give a 3+ invul anymore. It's a 4+ invulnerable and +1 save. So 2+, 4+. Oh man, that makes Storm Shields on Terminators way less enticing, but I imagine probably cheaper in points. Other than that, he's just a regular Lieutenant. Primaris Chaplain, same as a regular Primaris Chaplain. He's got his Absolver Bolt Pistol, 18-inch range, strength 5, -1, 2 damage, which is pretty cool. And then does all the same Chaplain stuff. And the Judiceer, 6-inch move, 2+, 3+, strength 4, toughness 4, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 9, 3+ save. Has the same Absolver Bolt Pistol as the Chaplain. He's got his Executioner Relic Blade, so +3 strength, -3 AP, and 2 damage. And each unmodified wound roll of 6 does a mortal wound on top of normal damage. And then he's got a Blade Parry for a 4+ invul against melee weapons, so kind of like the Blade Parry on the big Hive Tyrant, what's his name? Stormlord. And then he's the Temper Mortis, his big Time Turner. At the start of each fight phase, select 1 enemy unit within 6. They cannot fight until all other eligible units have fought. That is really cool against some things. You're fighting a lot of like Demon Primarchs. Just just throw that guy in the middle of something and hub him towards the Demon Primarch and make him fight last every turn until everything else pounds on him. You got your Blade Guard veterans. They got that same Storage Shield save. They got Mastercrafted Power Swords, and they are basically just Space Marines. They got 3 wounds though, 3 attacks each, and the Sergeant has a 4th attack. Mastercraft Power Swords and Storm Shields. Blade Guard Ancient, he's 5 power. Sorry, it's 5 power for 3 of them. 5 power for the Blade Guard Ancient. He's just got a heavy bolt pistol. It's his only weapon. But he's got the Astartes banner. Add 1 leadership characteristic of models in friendly chapter units while they're wholly within 6 of this model. Oh, sorry, where they're just within 6 of the model. In addition, roll a d6 each time a model in this unit, excluding vehicle, beast, and wolfen models, is destroyed by an attack made by an enemy model on a 4+. Do not remove the destroyed model from the battlefield. It can shoot as with the shooting phase or make an attack. And then Deeds of Heroism aura, add 1 to the hit rolls for Blade Guard models within 6. So they get to hit on 2+ if they're within 6 of him. So he literally just parks in the middle of the unit, makes that unit 10 points, doesn't fight very good, and makes them hit on 2s. So sweet. And they get to fight up before they die. Assault Intercessors, pretty much what you expect. They're Intercessors, and then they have Astartes Chainswords, which are -1 save and +1 attack, which is pretty cool. And they have heavy bolt pistols, so they shoot 18. So pistol 18-inch -1 save, that's not terrible range combat, you know what I mean? Like they can kind of reach out and touch stuff. And this Intercessor Sergeant can be equipped with a plasma pistol instead of a heavy bolt pistol, but I assume that when they get their full unit entry, he'll be able to get a Thunder Hammer, a Storm Shield, whatever. I just built him with a Chainsword for now. I can always make a new Sergeant model to go hang out with them. And then the Outriders, they're the only thing I was kind of just like, bleh, I don't really see it. They're toughness 5. They've still just got 2 wounds. You'd think they would have given a 3rd wound because, like, I don't know, they're big. And heavy bolt pistols, twin bolt rifles for rapid fire 2, and then Astartes Chainswords, the same as the Assault Intercessors. And they have Devastating Charge. They get +2 attacks. They make a charge move. And Turbo Boost, when they advance, add 6 to their move. And that's it. But the unit's small. It's 3 dudes. I don't know. They got 4 wounds each. Oh, sorry, they do have 4 wounds. Never mind. They have 2 attacks. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to anything I say. They have 4 wounds each. That's cool. Okay. I don't know why. I was looking at the 2 and the 3. It's like 1,000 degrees in here. And then my favorites, the Eradicators for 5 power. They're basically toughness 5. They're wearing like the big heavy armor. 3 wound murder machines. They have melter rifles that are 24-inch range, assault 1, strength 8, -4, d6, half range for 2d6, pick the highest. But then they have total obliteration. As long as the unit shoots all of their models at the same enemy unit, they can shoot twice. Okay, like, sure, I'll take 6 24-inch, like, because a melter rifle is basically just a multi-melta. They're carrying multi-meltas that can shoot twice for 5 power. They're amazing. I love them. Stick them in cover for a 2+ save. And they will murder stuff that comes nearby. 6 multi-melta shots every round. Overlords, so we're into the Necron stuff now. 5 power. He's basically the same Overlord as previous, but he's got his Tachyon arrow, 120-inch range, assault 1, strength 12, -5 d6. Can only fire it once per battle, so he just comes with the Tachyon arrow. I think this is all just intended to be, like for him, for instance, he's just kind of like a pre-made Overlord. Got his Living Metal from Codex Necrons. I like that they didn't reprint it here though, so if you're just playing with the star set, you wouldn't have any idea what it did. Same with Angels of Death, you wouldn't know what any of that stuff did. Phase Shifter for 4+ invul. He has My Will Be Done for +1 a hit. Relentless March. Dynasty unit within 6 of this model select to make a normal move. Add 1 of its move. The Royal Warden. He's pretty cool. 4 power. Movement 5. 3+3+. Strength toughness 5. 4 wounds. 3 attacks. Leadership 10. 3+ save. He's got a Relic Gauss Blaster that's damage 2. So it's 24-inch range. Rapid fire 2. Strength 5 -2. 2 damage. Still has Living Metal, so he gets a wound back every turn. And then Adaptive Strategy in your command phase. You can select an friendly Dynasty unit within 9 of this model until the end of the turn. That unit can fall back and still shoot and charge, which is pretty rad. Crypto Thralls for 2 power, the little dudes, like the little thrall guys. 5-inch move, 4+4+, strength 5, toughness 5, 2 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 10, 3+ save. They got a Scouring Eye, little eye laser, pistol 2, 12-inch range, strength 5, -2, 1 damage, and side limbs, there's -1 save, melee attacks. They have Living Metal and Reanimation Protocols, which is pretty cool. Bound Creature, in Battle Forged armies, you can include 1 Crypto Thralls unit for each Cryptech. Then you go and hang out with them. And they're Protectors. Enemy models cannot target a Cryptech unit from your army with ranged weapons while it's within 3 of Crypto Thralls units. They have Systemic Vigor Models in this unit can change their weapon skill to 3+, and their attacks characteristic to 6 while they're within 6 inches of any Cryptex. So they get really fighty near a Cryptek. They're just a cool little add-on for Cryptex. You get the Canoptic Reanimator, Herbert West. It's an 8-inch move. This is the big tall thing. 8-inch move, 4+4+, strength toughness 5, wounds 6, attacks 4, leadership 10, 3+ save. Has an Atomizer Beam. It's 12-inch range, assault 3, strength 6, -2, 1 damage, and elongated claws, melee attacks that are -2. It's got Living Metal, Nanoscarab Reanimation Beam. In your command phase, you can select one friendly Dynasty unit within 9 of this model. If you do, until the start of your next command phase, while that unit's within 9, add 1 to its reanimation protocol. So that's pretty cool. It kind of does what the Tomb Spiders do, you'd think, is put guys back together. Necron Warriors, 5 points. They're 5 power, sorry. Basically the same. Gauss Flares, but the Gauss Reaper is new. Any models can be equipped with Gauss Reapers instead of Gauss Flares, so you can actually mix them up in the unit. And they're 14-inch range, rapid fire 1, strength 5, -2, 1 damage. And reanimation protocols, reroll 1s all the time for their number as Legion when they make reanimation protocol rolls. And then Scarabs, Feeder Mandibles, they're 6s to hit and always auto wound without making a wound roll. And they're 10-inch move, 4+, weapon skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 4 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 10, 6+ save. And that's it. So there we go, Edge of Silence, some cool new units. Don't know what it means for that Storm Shield thing. That was kind of, I don't know. And you would think that they would have just put the like, it is a starter set, I get it, but just, you could have defined Angels of Death, I guess. Or just put the, like, there's room, just put the rules. I don't know, even just put in the Nation of Fear, like some basics for Angels of Death. But I guess the assumption is that you have the codexes and you're already playing. If you're buying this big 2-player starter set after a while, like, you're gonna go and pick up that extra stuff. So there it is, yeah. And you can check out my review of the Warhammer 40,000 core rules by going up here in the cards. And next week, I'll be throwing down 40K all week, Monday through Friday, and you can check out some games then. So thanks for watching. We'll see you for more GMG reviews in the future. Thanks, Nash. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.